ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatum. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I ain't mending them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat it.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good,
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. throw. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Fields going to keep it running left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Detroit! So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on a 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they fail. Now the pressure back on the offense to put themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Akers hit, he coughs it up, and this is scooped up by the Lions. Inside the 20, fights through it.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recover? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. James Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jamal Adams coming up from a safety spot to make the play.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Play action. It's Fields. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Open man is Howard, the tight end. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. They'll drop the throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And able to complete this one to McLeod. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw again. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
up a throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays that we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. We're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying the power game with Ham. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Akers, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times we watch 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fields. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. A much-needed boost defensively there. I mean, that really one of the first things that's gone right for them in this first half.
No question about it, partner. We've seen this before. You've got an offense that doesn't have any points yet. Go out and make a play on D. Then you head back to the sideline saying, we got you the football back. Now we'll see what you can do with it.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the wall. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Akers again. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cam Akers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. The Lions sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A play fake. Now Fields to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards 1. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Somebody to return that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 30.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And some space here. Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. Now they'll pitch it out here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Off play action, Fields. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Continued struggles here in the 2nd quarter, and to me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert 3rd downs. Add that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. That's out to the flat for Akers. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields. It's caught. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 7 in the
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And taken right at the 35. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that in his new role with this team.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On third, and he loses the football a second time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to the defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Back to throw. Fields firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On fourth down, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's going to keep this again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Lions 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. A give running right is Akers, and he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Going right back to Akers. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive. He's got a man, complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Rosas now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Finding room at midfield. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 47 yards. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 2nd and 5. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On the handoff, it's Akers. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. Play action. It's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On the counter, this is Akers. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
They'll look to run with Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you. And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete.
And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you got to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Lions get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work if he's able to connect there.
I like that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Detroit, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.